Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mom Connection.
Hi, Erica. How are you? Happy Wednesday. I feel like it's been a little bit of a while since we've talked.
I know we've been busy. Well, my kids were on fall break, so there was no chance for us to record because they're here all damn day and they don't shut up. So we couldn't record. How was
Girl,
your
I
How
get
was your
you.
kids' fall
Life.
break?
It was good. It was good. The first week we didn't do anything, and then we went to San Antonio with the kids. We left on Thursday and we came back on Monday. So we were there for like the whole weekend doing stuff with them, and it was Joshy's first trip. We went to
Mhm.
Ruidoso last year, but this was like a actual
A drive.
going. Yeah, we drove, but he did good. He did good. I was proud of him. So it was nice. But now we're back to regular scheduled programming.
Same. We went to
Life.
San Diego. It was fun. It was fun. It was cold, but
Was it?
yeah, it was like every morning it was so foggy outside. And we went to go
Mm-hmm.
look at the sea lions, and we couldn't even see, like, the water because of how foggy it was.
Oh my God, that's out of a scary movie.
It
Imagine a
looked
shark
creepy.
just came out.
I
Girl, I have
know,
a
and it
fear of
was
sharks.
crazy. There's, like, this cute area that you can, like, walk down to and, like, see the sea lions up close, and there was, like, people,
Mm-hmm.
like, diving there, and we were like, "What if something just, like, comes out of the water? Are you guys not scared?" And they didn't care. They were, like, in the water with the sea lions, and I was like, "Sea lions are kinda dangerous, like, you shouldn't be doing that."
Excuse me.
I wanted to. I
They
wanted to
would have
be
called
like,
you
"Ma'am."
Karen. They would have been like, Karen, leave us alone.
This poor sea lion was, like, laying there trying to catch some sun and, like, rolling with the waves, and people are walking in between his wave, and I'm like, "This poor
Oh,
guy, like, let him live. You don't need to get up
I could
close to him."
never.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that. I think that there's sharks in the pool. Like I have this fear of water and sharks. I don't know. I want to go on a cruise with the kids and I'm like,
Do
what if we
it.
get eaten by a shark? And
You're
he's like,
not.
how?
You're
No,
too
you don't know
high.
that. You hear all the people always say, "Oh, there's no sharks." And then you hear woman eaten by shark like out of nowhere.
That's
So,
Sharks are more in warmer water, so, like, in Florida.
otra. No, we went to Cancun and they're like, go, like in the
Oh, yeah, in
steamboat. They're
Cancun.
like, go. I was like, I'm not gonna go. Like, are you gonna save me if you see a shark coming my way? No, they're not. They don't get
But you're
paid
in a
enough to save me.
boat. You're not gonna go to, like, the deep water.
No, girl. I don't know. I'm not convinced on the cruise. Mm-mm.
Freaking Carmelo, we were telling him we wanna go to Hawaii next year, and we were telling him, like, how the flight is all above the ocean, and he's like, "No,
Hmm.
I can't do that. I'm so scared of deep water. I'm scared
Sharks.
the plane's gonna crash." And I'm like, "Dude, you can't even see the water, like, because 'cause you're above the clouds." He's like, "No, no, I can't do it." And we're like,
It's
"Guess you're
scary.
gonna stay here. We're gonna go without you.
We're going to
Bye."
Hawaii without you. That's good though. That's good you guys went to San Diego. I'm sure it was like a good climate change for you
Oh,
for
yeah.
you all to get a little break from
Oh
the
my gosh, yeah.
your
It was
heat.
super freaking hot here. I feel like today's, like, the first day we're not 100 degrees. Today we're gonna be at 94.
I think we're in the 70s. Our mornings are already getting pretty chilly.
It was chilly this morning when I took the kids to school. I was, like, kinda like, "Damn, I gotta put on a sweater now."
Look at you.
I know, I'm excited. I'm ready for this cold weather. Well, we talked on yesterday we not yesterday. My days are all confused. We asked, on Instagram a couple days ago about rebound relationships. We wanted to know if you had ever been a rebound or if you had ever used anyone to be a rebound. And we got some pretty good feedback. I feel like a lot of people told us that they have been in a rebound relationship. That was like 50% of people. And then like 30% said they've been a rebound. What have you been ever a rebound?
Maybe I have and I didn't even know. I don't know. I feel like I know that I've had people in my life that were rebounds and I knew it. And maybe I don't know. I mean, I don't think they've ever told me you were my rebound, but I'm pretty sure I
But
was
like, did you
somebody's at one
feel it?
point.
Did you like feel because I know when I was one, I knew the situation he was coming out of, not even coming out of, the situation he was still in. And I was still trying to pursue that. So I knew I was going to be the rebound no matter what
Did you get hurt? Why set yourself up?
because I was young and dumb. Why else?
That's true. That's true. Well, I don't know how. Oh yeah, you've been married for a while. I was like, I don't know how recent this was. Sorry, George. That's true. That's true. Or I think sometimes you have that hope in your mind, like in the movies. I love movies, or in the songs when they say that they change for that one person, or they fall in love and it's different with that one person. That in
Hmm.
a sense, I think we feel like, oh, we're gonna be that one person that they change for, or that they fall for, that makes them change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe that's it too, that we have that hope that we're that one for them when we're not. But
What do
that's
you,
crazy. At what?
sorry, what do you consider a rebound?
I from my perspective is the person that gets like, I don't know how to word it, the backlash of a relationship, like getting out of a long-term relationship and being with someone else knowing you're not ready emotionally, mentally, and you want a distraction. That's literally what it is, a distraction for you, because you don't want to think about your ex or whatever it is. So you get a distraction. You go on dates, you go out to eat, but at the end of the night, you're not thinking about the person that's taking a date. You're thinking about your ex, is
That
what
was a
I
good
would think.
definition. That's a good definition.
Thanks. Y'all can
Do
quote me if you want.
quoted by Marlene. Do you feel that, like, being in a rebound relationship, like, do you feel like you just don't care about the other person's feelings? I know you said you're thinking about your ex, but, like, do you think that you just don't care what the other person is feeling? Like,
I
I
don't
don't know
think
how
you
to
realize
explain it.
how hard the other person's gonna fall and that they're actually gonna get hurt. I think sometimes people underestimate that the other person could fall. Like you said, like when you were the rebound, like you had feelings, you got hurt because this other person, you were the rebound. So I feel like we don't take that into consideration.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like we're just selfishly worrying about our own feelings, that we want to be distracted. We don't how do I explain it? We don't truly consider the other person's feelings. I think
True.
until you start feeling bad, maybe. I don't know. When you were when you I feel bad saying when you were the rebound, but in your situation, did he ever talk to you? Like, did he say, "Hey, you know what? Like this, I'm sorry, like I wasn't ready," or how did that go about for you?
No, I feel like in my head, I just was like, I'm the one, but I never thought about, like, talking to him about it, which I should have. Now that I'm grown
Yeah.
and I know life, I feel like I should have asked,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I felt like it was just like whatever, like I never considered it like a big deal.
I think you get hurt though, that you realize.
Mhm.
I think because I before Isaiah, what I don't even know what year it was. I was in a long-term relationship for about 5 years. And then I started talking to a guy. It wasn't like a serious relationship. It was just kind of like going out, like hanging out. And it was just a distraction for me. It was just so that I didn't have to be home, or, I had Angel too. So when Angel would go with his dad, I didn't want to be sitting at
Home Alone.
home thinking about anything. So I would hang out with this guy, and then that ended, and then I got into a relationship, and I knew I still wasn't emotionally ready, but it was kind of like that right not right I don't want to say right person, but like wrong timing kind of thing, where we both wanted it, but it's kind of like I knew I wasn't emotionally ready, you know what I mean?
Was
Which,
he?
and I think so. I know that he had I mean, according I don't know, he has a relationship with the mother of his children, so I know that was hard. But in a sense, I tell myself, well, it got me prepared for Isaiah. Like,
True.
as sad as it is, like unfortunately, like that relationship showed me I wasn't ready, like for him. But then after all that I went through with him, it led me to Isaiah and being okay with Isaiah. So I feel like it happened for a reason. But I think at the end of the day, it's not fair, because I knew I wasn't emotionally ready, and I was trying to make myself emotionally ready, but I wasn't. And of course, well, if you're not, it's not going to end well. Get me?
Yeah, true. Yeah. I feel like that's the hard part is like when you know you're not ready and you're telling
Pushing it.
like you said, yeah, like you would go out with this guy when you were bored, but in the guy's head, he's probably thinking like, I'm gonna have a future with this girl. We're going on dates every
Wait,
weekend,
that
every
the
other
first
weekend.
guy or the second
Yeah,
guy?
the first guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe he thought it was gonna lead to a relationship, and unfortunately, I
Yeah.
knew that I didn't want one. I just wanted a distraction.
Do you feel like it would have been different if you were like, I don't want like but then that leads to like friends with benefits.
Yeah, it can. I think if there's an understanding, like, to both parties, I guess you can say that, yeah, it could be a friends with benefits kind of thing, but I just knew I didn't want, like I didn't even want the benefit. I just wanted, I guess, like, to hang out with somebody just so that I wasn't I mean, think about it. When you're in a relationship, if you wanna get up and go to the movies, you go with that person. If you wanna get up and go to Target, like, you're like, "Hey, let's go to Target. Let's go to the park. Let's go do this." So, when that relationship ends, it's kind of like, "Fuck, like, who do I do that with?" Like, if your friends are in relationships and your friends are doing their own things, yeah, you can call your friends, but not all the time. When you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, you call that person all the time to do everything. So I think that's what it is, just that companionship of like, "Hey, let's get up and go get an ice cream because I'm craving an ice cream or pizza," or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like I haven't like had a rebound. I feel like I kind of like was just in love with everyone I met. And so I didn't really feel like I used someone like that. I feel like I'm like the guy
Oh,
in
gee,
your part.
thanks.
No, no,
I
I
don't
just
mean
feel
it.
like
It's just
I feel like I'm the guy in your part because I feel like I would get my feelings all involved and like be all sad because in my mind I'm like, damn, I really like her and I hope we continue to date. But in your mind, you're like, I don't like you. Like I just want somebody to hang out with.
true. But the first one, I don't think he got hurt. Like I said, we were hanging out, so I don't think it was like, "Oh, we're gonna have a relationship." You know,
Right.
I think he knew
Or
like it's
maybe
just
he
chill.
did get her, he just didn't tell you. Like maybe he was all
Maybe.
butthurt and was like, Marlene broke my heart.
I highly doubt that, but
And then
maybe. I don't
maybe he's
know.
going to make a podcast and talk about how you rebounded him.
Imagine. Oh my
That'd be really
god.
funny.
I don't know. Life's crazy. You never know. But I think it's worse for the second, like in the second case, like when
Yeah.
you're both emotionally involved. Like I think that's hard because
Mhm.
I think when I got into that relationship, he knew about my past. Like I had told him like, "Hey, like this happened and I was in this type of relationship. It was a very like controlling relationship." And I think I was trying to make myself ready and I think he was trying to make me ready, and I think that one's harder because I was like, okay, I genuinely have feelings like for this person. So I think that's what makes it hard. The first one, I just feel like it was kind of like it was just there, you know? But I
Yeah.
think it's worse when you're trying to like be in that relationship and you're just like, I can't, like, I'm not healed from what
Yeah.
happened to me prior to like the relationship. Get me?
Yeah. Do you feel that like rebound relationships like will work? Like if you like the other guy that you weren't ready for, do you feel like with time you would have been ready and you would have wanted to make that relationship work? Or do you feel like it was a done for, you didn't wanna try like, you knew it wasn't gonna be him? Well,
No, I
obviously,
think
it
it could
wasn't
have.
him because you're with Isaiah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. No, no, no. And I think that's why it led me to like be ready for Isaiah. But I think in that situation, I feel like it was just gonna work because of other factors, not just that.
yeah,
Like, I wasn't ready to like fully
commit to him.
co-parent, I guess you can say.
Yeah,
Yeah, because of like I don't know, dude. I give props to all the co-parents out there because I mean Isaiah's lucky because Gabriel's super chill. So, but I feel like that
there's some
plays a
shitty ones
factor
out there.
too. You know, like it was just too much. It wasn't just that, you know what I mean? So I feel like that just relationship wasn't gonna work
Work,
because of so many other factors.
which makes
Um,
sense, and it puts you in the right
but I
mindset to be with Isaiah.
yeah, even though Isaiah's and I's relationship went pretty fast because we got pregnant pretty quickly. So I think he planned it,
He
Isaiah,
did.
just
I
to,
think he was like,
reel me in.
I'm gonna have her
Yeah.
forever. I'm gonna get her pregnant
Yeah.
twice."
And then with a daughter, oh, that was it. That's all it took, you know? Just kidding. But I think it did. It helped me get ready for Isaiah. But I still think that we need to take into consideration the people's feelings were hurting. Because I was talking to my friend and she was telling me that, you know, she just got out of a relationship and she's like, I just want a distraction. And because of what I've already been through, I told her, be careful. Like, you're gonna hurt other people. And she's kind of in a mindset where, like, she's like, guys do it all the time. Like, I don't care. And I'm like, there's some guys that don't deserve it though. Like, I truly feel like I didn't mean to hurt anybody in my past. And I wish I could, you know,
Take it
have
back.
a mature conversation, like say, hey, like, you know what, I'm not ready, but if you're willing to be here, even though I'm not ready, then that's on you. Okay. And I told her, just be honest, like tell him like, hey, like, I'm not looking for anything. Like, I just got out of a relationship. But in her mind, she's kind of like, no, like, I don't like, she doesn't care. I guess because she got hurt, she's like, I just want a distraction and I don't care who I hurt because I got hurt. Do
That
you
makes
think
sense.
that's okay?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like things are different now. I feel like before we probably would be able to like say like I just need a distraction, like I just want to have fun, like I don't want to get into anything serious. But I feel now because women or girls whatever are very into like if he's doing it, why can't I type of mindset. And I feel like now it's a lot harder for you to be like I'm just having fun with it because guys do it all the time and girls think I'm going to do it too. Like, fuck them. Like, why is it only me that can't do that? You know, like, I feel like times are just so different now. I feel like it just
They
doesn't really
are.
matter. Like, I feel like it's just like
I agree.
if a guy's doing
It
it,
goes
so
both
can a
ways.
girl. Yeah. Like, it just doesn't matter now that I think it's not that big of a deal.
But I also feel like times are different compared to even me dating before I met Isaiah. Like back then, like I said, I was like, oh, I need a distraction, you know? But now I feel like there's so many things. Like people are, I mean, back then, nobody was posting about books they were reading, or people in El Paso have been running a lot. Like nobody was, or jogging. Was posting about that. And now I feel like you have more time to find yourself. That's why that conversation that I had with her, I was like, why go and do that? Like, go read a book, go to the gym, go jogging, go find a hobby. Like, things are so different now that I wish it's like we talked about, like, in a couple episodes, like, you need that time to heal, like, find
Yeah.
yourself, like, be okay alone. I truly think I needed that. I needed to find like, be okay with my own company. And I didn't know how to be, because I feel like when we get in a relationship, we lose ourselves. If you think
Yeah.
about it, like, we don't hang out with our friends as much. We don't do certain things. Like, it's all about the person that we're with. So
Yeah.
when we're not in that relationship, it's like we
You
have to
kind of have to
find ourselves.
redo. Uh-huh. You kind of have
Yeah.
to see cuz you get so caught up in like what you and
Hmm.
that person do together that when you split up, you like need to like
You're lost.
reinvent yourself because you need to come up with
Hmm.
like a way to like do things on your own or find new hobbies in case you had hobbies with that person. Like everything starts to like redo itself.
You know what? I need to ask Isaiah if I was his rebound. Wow.
Awkward.
Because I know, but I was looking at a family picture and Ava was a baby, and I was like, wait, he told me he was talking to somebody like around the time we met. Like, what if he was talking to
Maybe
her and then
Maybe
it was
he
like,
was doing the same thing with the first guy. Maybe he was just hanging out with her to distract himself, and then that led to you. You're welcome, Isaiah.
wow, I guess rebounds can work if I am the rebound. Just kidding. I don't know, honestly. I need to have that conversation with him. I told him we were going to talk about this, but he didn't say anything. Maybe he was like, I don't want to make her feel bad, but she's my rebound.
So rebounds work.
Isaiah. Just kidding. Yeah, I know. No, it's a good question. You know what we're going to talk about today at Ava's game? I'm going to be like, hey, oh, Ava has a game again. And we're in charge of snacks. Sorry. Just, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have to ask Isaiah, but maybe they do work. If you have been a rebound or you dated someone that was a rebound and it ended up working, let us know, because I think that would be interesting. Like, I mean, if I am Isaiah's rebound, there you go. I'll let you all guys know and I'll tell you all what he tells me, because I think it's interesting. Like I said, I don't know. I feel like two different types of rebound relationships after my last serious relationship. And then I met Isaiah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Life works
I know.
in crazy ways.
I know. But back to my friend, what's it called? Yeah, I told her I don't think it's a good idea to purposely use people. I think in my situation, I wasn't I wasn't telling myself like, oh, if I hurt him, I don't care. I was just kind of like, oh, like I just want a distraction, you know? But in her situation, she's legit saying like she could care less. But I don't think it's fair
It's not.
because like
It
you got her and it's not fair. Like it's not fair. Like
mm-mm.
they should be honest. Like okay, you said you knew his situation. You said that he knew that he got out of a relationship. So the conversation never took place like where he told you like I'm not ready, but like let's keep hanging out, or you asked him like, hey, like I know you got out of a relationship, like are you okay? Like anything like no conversation about emotions or being ready or anything.
No. I was just like, "Yeah, let's hang out. Let's." But in my head, because I wanted it to work so bad, I kept saying,
Mhm.
"He's already over her," which he probably wasn't, because it was, like, literally, like, 3 days in between, but it was just my
Oh
head.
my gosh,
Yeah.
Erica.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
I think because
you
I
wanted to be the
wanted
one
it
that
so
changed
bad.
him.
Yes. I wanted to be the reason that he was like, "Oh, I changed. She changed
It sounded
me."
like an R&B song.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted so bad, because I felt like it was supposed to be me and him, and I didn't I didn't care to be the rebound. I was just like, "I want him. He's now single. Imma go for it." Shouldn't have done that.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I blame movies and songs. I had to drive for some of the we left on Thursday night and I was listening to my 90s R&B music. And while I was listening to it, I was like, it's these fucking songs that give us these hopes that love is like this
For real.
magical story. And I was like,
For real.
I listened to the whole playlist while I drove. As I was asleep. The only one that was awake was Angel, teaching him good music. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, this is the reason why. Like, if you listen to those words, I'm just like, this is why we freaking have these
Mhm.
expectations of relationships, of men, of women. And it's kind of like, we have to realize it's not like that. Well, me, because I I end up thinking that. I tell you, look
Well, I
at it,
mean,
like,
now
hear
you
this
don't need to think
song.
about that, because 'cause you're already
No, I
in a
still,
relationship.
yeah, but I still tell him, look, babe, like, listen to this song.
Oh,
Like, look at how he
yeah, yeah, yeah.
describes her, like, whatever. And he's just like, okay, like, sure.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm like, "God damn." Yeah.
That's funny.
But I don't know.
I,
I feel like rebounds are such a I don't wanna say sensitive topic, but such a it's just hard, you know? Like, we try to make ourselves ready for something that we know we're not just so that we don't get oh my god, I've been listening to this book that my lash eyebrow girl recommended. I said that weird. And it's saying that we are as humans, we're so scared of getting hurt. So we like do everything possible to not get hurt. Sorry, that was random, but it's so true. That's why
it
we do
is.
rebound relationships.
Exactly, because you don't wanna get hurt. Why would you wanna get hurt? But it's funny, because I do see a lot of TikToks about, like, being single at, like, in your 30s now, and, like, how nice it is, because you get to have your own home, and you get to have your own routine, and you get to pick what you wanna have for dinner and stuff like that, and it's true,
Bye,
like,
just kidding.
before, we wouldn't think about that. Like, we were younger, we didn't think about how nice it felt to, like, be alone and come to your house and be able to watch your favorite show and eat whatever you want, because you don't have to worry about another person. Like, I think in our heads, we're just so wanting to be with somebody to share that with, that we forget.
The companionship.
Yeah, that we forget how nice it still is to be alone, and it's okay.
I agree, but I was used to being alone. I maybe you can relate too because before Isaiah, yeah, I was in a relationship. Before that relationship, I told Isaiah like I was alone. Like I was so used to being alone with Angel, and when Angel wasn't around, like I was okay to like do some stuff alone. But again, I still wanted that companionship in a sense. But when I felt like it, like, oh, hey, let's hang out. No, I don't feel like it. Not today, like another day. But it's kind of like we need to understand that it's okay to be alone. But I think, like you said,
Mhm.
now that we're in our 30s, we think differently. Because
Yeah.
Isaiah went out of town with his to go watch the Commander game a couple weekends back. And he was like, how was it? Like, did you miss me? I'm like, I missed you. But I also enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed, like, when the kids fell asleep that I was literally alone. I could watch whatever I wanted to watch, take the longest
Mhm.
shower ever, and not worry about, like, "Oh, does, like, Isaiah need this?" Or, "Do I have to do this?" Or you know what I mean? Like, it was just
Yeah.
nice to be alone. But I told him at night I did miss him. I did miss, like, rubbing my little feet against your your feet. He's like, "That's the only time?" I was like, "Yeah, kind of."
No, I agree. I feel like for me, it was different. I felt like I didn't maybe because I was with the kids all the time, like, they didn't go to their dad's
Yeah.
every other weekend. So maybe
Mhm.
I was just, like, not okay with being alone, like, on the weekends, I wanted to hang out with people. Like, I would invite my mom or I would go to my friend's house or, like, with the kids because I just didn't wanna be by myself on the weekends. So, I don't know, maybe it
That
was
makes
different
sense because
because
you had them all the time.
exactly, because I didn't have, like, every other weekend off or whatever
Mhm.
it usually is.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just different for me that I didn't get to enjoy and see how it felt to be alone. Because even when I lived by myself in Mesa, that I had a little apartment, I felt so lonely. I don't know if it was because I don't know, I just felt lonely.
Do you think that's also because you lived out of town? I lived
Maybe.
in El Paso when I had my apartment, so it's kinda like, "Oh, like, I'm gonna go to my mom's just to go hang out with my mom when Angel's not around," you know? And you
Mhm.
just yours was different because you were in a whole new city by yourself.
Maybe. Maybe because I didn't know a lot of people here, like, all I had was really, like, my family, and I didn't talk to my family as well, so maybe it was lonely and boring that I was just like, "I hate being by myself," because I felt like it was the same thing every night, like, I would put the kids to bed and I wouldn't have anyone to, like, talk to, I was by myself, so it was just boring to me, like, it was just I hated it.
That I mean, I can definitely see that. You were alone, like, in a whole
Yeah.
new city by yourself. Yeah, I get that. Do you think some people set themselves up to be hurt knowing that this person's getting out of a serious relationship? Like, do you feel like yeah, like you set yourself up. Like if you know that if they tell you like, "Oh, I got out of a serious relationship a couple months ago," like, do you feel like they should just be like, "I'm not even gonna bother, like, I'm not gonna talk to them because they just got out of a relationship?" Or you feel like they should go for it, like, regardless and say, "Oh, you never know, maybe I'm that person that's gonna, like, help them get over it."
I feel like they should follow their heart, like all those songs and movies talk about just kidding. I feel like, um,
I'm gonna
I
share
don't know,
my
I feel
90s
like
playlist with you all. You all can go
please
and get
post
in your
it.
feels.
I feel like yes and no, like, I feel like, yes, you should go for it, but you have to realize that it may not work out, like, you can't put all your eggs in the basket and be like, "This is gonna be it. I'm gonna work it out," but at the same time, what if it does work out? Like, you're not gonna know unless you try it. What if he, like, had already been over it and was like, "I don't ever wanna be with this person again," but we're just dragging on the relationship waiting to see who ended it first, and there's no feelings involved anymore.
Okay, here's another question. How long do you think somebody should wait to date after getting out of a long-term relationship?
I think that depends on how the relationship ended. Because what if, like, you cheated? I wouldn't wanna be with that person anymore. I wouldn't wanna, like, wait, like, I would just be done. Obviously, I would still be hurt, but I would not give myself that much time to, like, cry and be sad and everything, you know? Like, I don't know, I feel like it
Mm.
depends because if both of you have agreed, like, "Hey, this isn't working out," like, it was a good ending, I feel like that might be easier than somebody really hurting you.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get that it depends. I think it should be months. Like, I think some people wanna start dating right away, whether it's for a distraction, whether it's because they got hurt, whether it's because they cheated. I think some people jump too fast. I think it should be at least, which I still think is too soon, but I think it should be at least like 6 months to a year before you
But what if,
actually
like
date somebody.
that
Like
person
date
didn't
where like
even
you meet families. Like not just date like hang out. Like date where you meet like you end up like going over to their family for a birthday party or something where it's actually like
yeah.
you're getting families involved. I think
But
like a year.
Like, what if the previous relationship, like, it just was never there? Like, you kept trying and trying and trying, and you just never felt it, that you finally decided to walk away, but you're already ready to, like, see what else is out there. Like, that kind of would you really
Yeah,
wait 6
that's true.
months to a year to, like, start talking again, or would you wanna get out there? Because also, what if you're getting older and you wanna have kids and, like, that person wasn't your person and you wanna go have kids? Like, you're obviously gonna jump into another relationship quickly to see if this person is your match or not and see if you wanna have kids.
That's true.
It's very complicated out
I
there.
have it is. I think when I think about stuff, I think about, like, me with Angel, so I'm like, "Oh, I already had a kid," but you're right, there are people who
Some
haven't
don't.
had kids that are starting over and just, they wanna get a family started, they wanna have, like, the family, so you're right. I just need to stop being selfish and thinking about it from my perspective,
No,
Marlene.
but it's true though, like, a lot of if you think about, like, the people we went to high school with, yes, some of them do have kids, but there is still a chunk of people who have no kids. What if they just haven't found that person that they love, and or they were in a bad relationship and they finally got out, or, a
Yeah.
violent relationship and they finally were able to walk away, or, like, it
Oh,
could have
you're
been a
right,
million
and
different
mhm.
reasons for them to, like, finally be done. And what if they finally meet someone who has the same goals and wants to have kids and everything? Like, obviously, you would want to date quickly because
Quickie.
generally s-
Okay.
quick generally speaking, for a
Okay, girl.
woman, you have to, like, your eggs aren't going to last a, like, older age.
No, yeah, you're right. You wouldn't wanna wait that long. Yeah, I think I was just saying from a perspective, like, with kids, but you're right, without
And then
kids,
what if
it
they
is
don't
very
want kids?
different.
What if
Oh
they
my
are with
god.
somebody who really wants kids, but the person that doesn't, and they end up breaking up? Well, they're gonna wanna go date somebody else that doesn't want kids, that they can easily find.
My gosh, dating is hard.
I know.
Rebound relationships are hard,
You know
dating
what
is
this reminded
hard.
me of? Have you seen Wedding Crashers when, Vince Vaughn is trying to tell him, "Is she into me? Is she not into me? Do I give the ass out hug?" Have you seen that movie?
Oh, oh, yeah.
When he's telling
Yeah.
his, secretary about dating? That's literally how I just felt explaining this to you.
Because it's so true.
I
Yeah,
know.
no, I just relationships are hard, rebounds are hard too. I feel like there's always somebody that's gonna get hurt, even when they don't deserve it. Or both parties
But
get hurt, knowing that they like really feel something for each other. But it goes both ways. But first, it's not gonna work. It's not the right time. It's not there. Maybe in another lifetime it would have been better. But I feel like unless you're really gonna give yourself to somebody, like it's just not gonna work.
also, I feel like you just need to do what you feel is good for you. Like, who cares who gets hurt? Like,
So you agree
not
with
like
my
that.
friend that she should. No, but you just said, like, who
Depending
cares who gets, that's
depending
how
on what
she
she
is.
wants. Depending on what she wants. Like, if she has no kids, doesn't want kids, and
No,
just wants to go out
she
there and
does
have
have
fun,
kids.
and maybe now her kids are older and she just wants to get out there and, like, have her time, then I feel like she should. I feel like she should just go out there, have her fun, do whatever she wants. Maybe she doesn't want to settle down anymore. Maybe she wants no more
But she does
long-term
have kids.
relationship. Maybe she wants to be a single mom forever and doesn't want to deal with another person. I feel like just
I don't know
everybody's
what she wants.
situation is different. And I feel that you're going to people are going to look at you no matter if you're single, no matter if you're taken, no matter if you have kids, no matter if you don't have kids. Like, I don't think it's going to matter. I think you just have to, like, do what you think is best for you.
Yeah, you're right.
And if you want to jump around from relationship to relationship, do you, boo boo. Do it. Like, who cares?
Quoted by Erica.
Like, for real, like, I feel like everybody judges you so damn much about everything. Like, there's a lot of trends on TikTok that, like, I watch and I listen to, and I'm like, "Shit, like, this poor girl just broke up with her man," and all the comments are, like, hating on her. And I'm like, "Who cares?" Like, I don't know, I just feel like just have
Do
fun.
you?
No pasa nada.
No, I see
George
things.
is
I do
listening,
see.
and
And
George is
tell him to
hearing me
stop
in the
listening.
room, and he's like, "Just tell them that they better use protection because STDs aren't good. Be
Thank
safe
you,
about
George,
it."
and for y'all have be safe out there. It's a tough world. I don't know. I see things differently. I think because I actually like hurt somebody and I got hurt also at the same time, I think I see it differently.
Yeah.
I think I do.
But
And I
I've
think
gotten
for that
hurt
reason.
too. I've gotten hurt so much, but I'm just like maybe now because I've matured a little bit or whatever, but maybe like I just if George and me were not to work out and he left me, I probably wouldn't like jump into a relationship quickly, but I also don't think that I would want like somebody else to come live with me and like with the kids. Like I feel like it would be weird to have somebody else in the home where like George
Mhm.
and I were together all the time. Like I don't think that
Yeah.
I think I would want to just have fun and like date around instead of having like a long-term relationship. Like I would rather just be like the single fun
Maybe that
mom
depends on
friend.
age too.
Maybe.
Like you said, every situation. Because I agree with you. And me and my brother were talking the last time too. He's like, if I wasn't married and it didn't work out, like I wouldn't want to get remarried. And I feel the same way. Like if me and Isaiah didn't work out, I wouldn't want to get remarried. I would probably want a companion every now and then and be like, hey, what's up? Take me to a movie. Let's go eat.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I don't want to do this whole thing where like I mean even
You
if
meet
we
the
were to be like
kids and
well, no,
I don't
like if
want
we
to do
were to
that.
be like together for years, like maybe this lasted for a while, then I mean maybe, but I feel like kids are going to be I don't know. I just wouldn't want to date like I wouldn't want to be in a I wouldn't want to get married again. Like I just
No.
don't think it's like to buy a house together or anything like that. Like I'd be like nope, like I just wouldn't. But again, maybe it depends on age. Maybe somebody who got married young and is like late 20s would be like nope, like I would still
I
be
want to get
open to
married.
marriage.
Especially
Have a rebound and get married.
if they don't have kids or I'm telling you a lot of
Mhm.
things come into play after that that I think it just honestly depends on like your situation and what you've been in that you decide like yes, I'm going to go date this guy. He's going to be my rebound. It may work, it may not, but who cares if not?
Mhm.
There's plenty more fish out there.
Yeah, there is. Lucky Isaiah. I had two before, kind of different ones before I met him. So, and then he impregnated me with Ava, so he got lucky.
That's the way to get you.
No, he
Not
took me to
anymore.
Cancun
Mm.
to go swim with the dolphins. So I was like, what? No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'm gonna figure it out if I was his rebound, and
I
I will
want to
let you
know.
guys
We
know in
need a
case
full
you guys.
report
I want to
after.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him. Like, I remember him specifically telling me he was talking to some girl. I think she was like, I don't know what. I think she was really pretty, and I was like, so now I'm thinking like, fuck, am I the rebound?
Am I the problem?
Am I the problem? Well, he impregnated me, so not that much of a problem. I'm
Thank
just
you
kidding,
all
but I'll
so
let you know.
much for listening. Marlene will give us a full report next time and let us know what Isaiah thinks. He's
No,
probably
if I
like,
was his
fuck, Marlene,
rebound,
why are you putting me
putting
on
my
blast like
business
that?
out there. I know. Well, I just want to know. Like, I mean, like I said before him, I had some and it didn't work out. And then what if I was his rebound? Then I can tell people, hey, you know what? I was his rebound and it
It
worked
worked
out.
out.
And look at where we're at now. We got married, kids, a house, the whole shebang.
I know I wasn't George's rebound. He was in love with me for years, so I wasn't his rebound.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I didn't even ask because I knew that George was. He was listening to those. Well, he listens to Spanish music. He was listening to those Spanish songs, thinking like
He
I'm
was like,
Erica's gonna
damn,
like click one day and it's gonna be me. And look,
it's gonna be me
y'all,
and
look
Erika
what happened.
forever.
How you sound like that in Sing Song, right? It's gonna be me. Um,
Yeah.
what's it called? Look at Erica and George's relationship. You never know, y'all. He waited for her. He
He
still dated,
waited.
but he waited for her, and
He
look at
didn't
them
date.
now.
He dated
They
like 2 girls. He was waiting for me. He was waiting for me to end my relationships
and your rebounds.
and my situationships. All of the things that I was getting myself into.
No, but that's good. But yes, let us know what you've been through. Let us know if you can relate to either one of us. If
If you
you
have a
should just be like,
story that
yeah,
you were a rebound and now you're like happily married and it worked, I want to know.
yeah, let us know because it's very interesting to hear other people's perspectives also besides just our own. So thank you guys for joining us this Wednesday.
I hope you all have a wonderful week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, share,
Share,
comment.
please.
Comment if you can. I don't know if you can. And rate us. What else?
Yeah. All of the above.
Yeah. Have
We'll
a
talk to you guys
wonderful
next
week.
week.
Bye.
Bye.